Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sean Colarusso, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the Spring Choral Concert. Before we begin, just a few important reminders to help us make tonight's concert a success and enjoyable for everyone. First, please take a moment and silence all cell phones, as it may be a distraction to those around you, as well as the performance. Second, if you choose to exit and/or re-enter the auditorium throughout the concert, please do so at the conclusion of a musical selection and not during the performance in progress. Thank you, and on behalf of the Performing Arts Department, we are delighted you are here to celebrate the spring season with us. To begin our concert, please welcome Assistant Choral Director, Ms. Dory Martin, and the High Point Concert Choir, under the direction of Choral Director, Ms. Teresa Riccardi.
evening, my name is Eddie Muller. Pure Imagination was introduced to audiences in 1971 as part of the film classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and sung by Gene Wilder. This song is featured when Wonka and the children first enter the room, entirely made of candy. The song conveys a message of discovering wonder and magic in our everyday lives. Audiences today may recall the song featured in the 2024 prequel, Wonka, sung by Timothy Chalamet, arranged by Matthew Nielsen. This is Pure Imagination.
Good evening, my name is Alexis Van Orden. Baba Yetu, composed by Christopher Tin, is sung in Swahili with text setting of the Lord's Prayer. The arrangement by Roger Emerson will feature an opening solo by Michaelan Walsh. women's choir is a lunchtime choir led by Kayla Aguilar-Pinos. The women's choir will feature two notable standards, What a Wonderful World and Mr. Sandman. Please welcome the High Point Women's Choir.
Good evening. My name is Emma Weitzel. In April, the High Point Concert Choir and Chamber Singers traveled with the Jazz Ensemble to Boston and performed as part of the World Strides Music Festival and at the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum. The Chamber Singers were adjudicated by Kristen Hoffman, professor at the Hart School of Music, Amy Woodhouse, choral director at the University of Rhode Island, and Dr. Richard Nickerson, artistic director of the Maine Music Society. The Chamber Singers received a superior rating of gold for their performance. Congratulations. The first selection by the High Point Chamber Singers will be a traditional spiritual title, Steal Away, arranged by Brian Tate. Please welcome the High Point Chamber Singers. The next selection, Sarita, is a term of greeting in the Shona language of Zimbabwe, Africa, similar to Shalom in Hebrew. Sarita features solos by Angus Schmidt and Sean Colarusso, and a trio of voices, Rila Colarusso, Charles Yanecko, and Michaelan Walsh. The arrangement also features Miss Martin on the djembe.
Sorida, darida, 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 sorida, darida.
Greetings, my brothers. Greetings, my sisters. Greet everybody. Love one Wave to your brother. Wave to your sister. Greet everybody. Love one another.
Kisaka Tano is composed by Ruth Morris Gray, with a text based on a traditional Japanese poem. The translation is, "In the peaceful light of the ever-shining sun, in the early days of spring, why do the cherries' new-blown blossoms scatter like restless thoughts?"
Good evening. My name is Jasmine Baldwin. We would like to take a moment and recognize the following students of the choral program who auditioned and performed as a part of the All North Region 1 choir. Brilo Colarusso, Sean Colarusso, Sophia Florentino, Angus Schmidt, Michaelin Walsh. Congratulations. In November 2024, Angus Schmidt auditioned and will be performing for the third consecutive year as a member of the All-State Mixed Choir chorus at the Convention Hall in Atlantic City and in JPAC. Congratulations. and McKaylin Walsh will be performing as members of the All-State Treble Choir at the Convention Hall in Atlantic City and in JPAC. Congratulations. Our next selection, To Thine Own Self Be True, is composed by Brian Tate and features a text by William Shakespeare from the play Hamlet.
Good evening. Aren't they fabulous? Well, we got one more for you to close out the night, but before we do that, we have some acknowledgments, and first and foremost, I would like to extend, on behalf of Mrs. Martin and myself, our sincere thanks, I can't say it enough, to all of you out there, and the parents especially, for your ongoing support of the fine and performing arts at High Point, but especially everything that we are doing. Almost every month out of the year, we have something going on. And I know the parents, so many of them so well. And again, Dory and I could not do it without you, and we are so, so grateful. It absolutely takes a village, that is my theme this year, for everything that we try to do. And without your support, we cannot do everything that we want to do for your incredibly talented children. So round of applause for the parents and our community. Yes. Also, a big thank you to the faculty, staff, and administration, as well as our colleagues, James Eslanian and Casey Carroll. We have a great time as a department. That office, we are laughing all the time, but we're all aiming for the same thing, and it's a joy to come to work with them all the time and have a faculty, staff, and administration that supports us in everything that we are trying to do. So a round of applause for our faculty, our staff, and our administration. Go into our final piece. This is also a time where we get to acknowledge the seniors of our choral program, many of whom also spend a lot of time in our theater program, and they celebrated their last performance a few weeks ago. You can actually find our seniors because they are all wearing red carnations. And if you could just hold your applause until I read off all of the names. But I must say, it has been a joy for us to watch them grow from the time they entered as freshmen. I am proud to say many of the students that start with us freshman year stay with us all 4 years. And when you think about all the wonderful things they've accomplished, we are going to miss them tremendously. They know that the door is always open to the Performing Arts Department to come and visit, but we are so excited as they launch into their future to do wonderful things, and we cannot wait to hear all about it. So they are Jasmine Baldwin, Alexis Carrillo, Sean Colarusso, Kiana Leftwich, Edward Muller, Alexis Van Orden, and Emma Whitesell. Round of applause for our seniors. I'm not sure where Miss McCarthy is. She wanted me to call her up here. She's coming. There she goes.
Hello everyone, I just wanted to take a moment, and I promised Ms. Riccardi I'd make it quick and sweet, because this is really about the students at our choir. You guys are doing an amazing job tonight. But I also wanted to let you know, because I know a lot of the audience continue to support the performing arts, that Ms. Riccardi was selected this year as one of the Princeton Distinguished Teachers. It's only awarded to 4 teachers throughout the entire state at the high school level. It's very competitive. And I just want to give her a round of applause for her 24 years.
Thank you for being a wonderful audience. To close our concert, our final selection is a message of empowerment and freedom with a traditional spiritual called Wade in the Water, arranged by Mark Hayes, and the spiritual will feature solos by Charles Yoneko, Sean Colarusso, Gabriella Day, Angus Schmidt, and Angus Schmidt.
Gabrielle D.A.
Yeah.